My name is Chris-Beth Cowie, and I'm the host of BizGrams and the founder of EmpoweredFX. I'm super excited to be with you this morning as we explore some tips and strategies for finding and building your niche. One of the things as an entrepreneur is so important is really coming to the understanding that you need to hone in on your target market, niche, target market. These are some of the words that you may hear, ideal customers. Sometimes for an entrepreneur that's just starting out, the reality is that you're like, oh my goodness, I want to serve everybody. I want my product or my service is for everyone. And I hear this all the time. You may have heard me talk about this previously. I oftentimes like to give the example of, Amazon, right? Amazon, as we know it, is really massive, doing amazing things in terms of bringing products and products to individuals. One of the things before Amazon became this everything store that we know, and many of us use and many of us love. I know there are those out there that don't love Amazon, but it is in high demand. Their services in high demand. And so before they became that everything store, we have to understand that, Bezos had a place that he needed to start with. And I often ask, do you know where they first started? What product was they first started with? And it was with, if I'll give you a moment, and if you got it right, yes, use textbooks. It was used textbooks. When you think about who needs used textbooks, you think about the student that is going to school, maybe looking for affordable textbooks, access to affordable textbooks, and that was initially who they were serving, right? It didn't mean that he didn't have that vision to go global and do major and massive things, but really starting with a bookstore before they became this everything store. Even today, Amazon is not serving everybody. They may still have that mindset of what they want to reach everyone with a digital computer and internet, and reach all of the world's market, 7 billion plus of us. However, they're still honing in, and who they are currently serving are those that have access to the internet, access to mailing, all of these things in order to ensure that their products get delivered on time. They have a unique way of doing business as well. Sometimes they give you that due date, 3 weeks from from now, and then the product shows up next week. That scenario or tactic or process is oftentimes called under promise and over deliver, right? So they tell you come in 3 weeks and they show up in a week, and that you're like, wow, my product is here. But Amazon has done it well in terms of, honing in on their niche market. The other one I wanted to share with you, terminology called beachhead market. One of the things as a kid growing up, I used to watch my brother playing, all of these video games. And the one that really attracted me was Age of Empires. And one of the things about it is about, conquering and, getting land and building an economy and society, transactional pieces happening. The cool thing about it is realizing that, whenever I wanted to capture a new territory, I couldn't just drop my troops on every section of it and conquer. I had to hone in on a particular area, and oftentimes it was that beach, the beachhead, right? That corner a lot, and you plant your flag and you start building out gradually. And that's really what niche marketing, target marketing, ideal customer, as you're thinking about these things and building your business. Know this. It doesn't happen overnight, right? So yes, you start your business, you have a great idea, you understand, it might be a product or solution service that you're looking to bring to the market. the best way I like to encourage people, yes, you could have that solution and you're trying to fit it with, people who may want your service and stuff like that, but that oftentimes is a very difficult method and way in which to build your business. I highly encourage the, problem solution fit. And when you think about that terminology, it's really starting with what is the problem that you're looking to solve? Or, for my creative, they oftentimes struggle with, I'm not really solving a problem, or am I? And so with the word problem, I like to encourage people to think about the need, the desire, the want that you're looking to fill in the marketplace, and who has that need or desire or want or problem, right? Once you have a clear understanding of the who has the problem, it enables you to really hone in on serving that or that target group of people and helping to truly solve their problem. Yes, other people may be attracted to your solution as you're growing, but understand that you're getting up in the morning and honing in and you're on your messaging and building a niche, finding that niche that would ultimately serve you. People say, oh, I can't choose. Oh my goodness. Don't get overwhelmed with, thinking you can because you can, right? Thinking you can't because you can. One of the things I would say is, whenever you're starting a business, oftentimes it comes from a place of need or desire or want or problem that we have experienced. And we want to bring that out to the world. We want to share and connect in that way with others. However, when a problem that we've experienced and we want to then translate it into a business, the possibility is great. It is definitely doable. And so finding within self, what am I passionate about? What has affected me that I believe other people have also encountered and is looking for a real tangible solution for? And from that place, you then begin doing market research. The encouragement is that you have to do some primary research as well as secondary research. Primary research takes a lot of time. It could be very interesting and fun and all of these things. And sometimes it's highly overlooked or missed by a lot of startup entrepreneurs, but it is highly recommended. You need to get a true sense of the mindset, the feelings, the emotion, the states, the methodology by which those individuals are currently trying to solve the problem that they're experiencing. Really taking a first step approach, saying, here's a solution for you. You're saying, tell me about your experience when, right? Give them space and time to really share their story, really understand where they're coming from, so that as you're listening, as you're taking notes, you're then able to see, okay, I've interviewed, for example, interviews is a method of primary research. I've interviewed, 30, 35 people, and what I'm seeing is common trends. They're currently trying to solve the problem in similar ways and still meeting defeat. But here you are, you're the entrepreneur, you're the innovator, you're the person who's putting, understanding the problem, understanding the landscape, and really developing a solution to help them grow and flourish in that way and move to the next step. The process by which I oftentimes love to talk about is design thinking, really empathizing with the people who you want to serve most, right? Or who has that problem that you want to truly understand before you start building and putting a lot of money into it. Even if your project, as in your mind, may take millions of dollars, you at the core need to understand all of the stakeholders involved in that process. It is not a step that is worth overlooking. Apart from primary research, which can also look in the form of focus groups, you can put out some surveys. I know due to COVID, many of us are not interacting as we once were, but you can go on to groups. If you're looking at developing a new type of suitor for a baby, you may want to be checking out mompreneur groups. You may want to be checking mom groups, new moms groups, new parents groups, those types of spaces will give you an opportunity to connect with your target audience. And in some cases, you may see, I talk about a suitor. The suitor is not for the parent to use, it's for the baby, but the decision maker is the parent. So in that scenario, you have two types of stakeholders that you need to understand before you move forward, right? And so that is the encouragement. With secondary research, it is about, going into the library, and in this case, online. The library over the past couple of months have made a lot of their tools and resources and databases accessible via the net. And so you have no limitations to say, I don't have access, right? If you don't have a library cards are free, okay? So connect with your local library and tap into the resource. You can even call them, and a librarian can give you different directions and assistance in terms of accessing the database to understand, okay, you may have in your mind, in the example I gave, moms, new moms, you want to get information for. There's a tool called Prism. You put in the postal code of a specific region that you're looking for here in Canada, and you're able to find out who is in that neighborhood. What is the demographic? Is it new families? Is it new moms? And it's really cool. And other tools like that exist, right? But you need to take a secondary approach to understand the people, as well as a primary research methodology to do the same.